Hello, and welcome to Part 7 of Rise to Ruins. And in the background, you could probably hear my dog scratching his dog collar. As always, these games are live on tape, which means I have no idea what I'm going to say until I say it. Loading, loading, loading. Right. World map. I'm not even sure where we left off now. I have the mind of a goldfish, so, you know, keep on swimming, keep on swimming. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. I had finished... yeah, these are all reinforced. These are being upgraded. I am out of space for new buildings. And this has just been built. So, we need to... well, we need to do a number of things, actually. We need to reinforce this a little more. It's going to take more than one spray tower. We need some more room to build in. And we're not done with towers here yet. Let's check. How are you guys doing over here? Yeah. Child Spectre. Oh. Some headless that need to be rescued. Now, someone on the forum suggested what I ought to do to solve my backdoor problem is cut a big hole from here to here, let's say, to give people an outlet so I can just block this off. And that would work. Actually, there's another way I can handle this. And that is if I build enough light in here, then they'll never be able to build buildings. And I can keep the additional mobs to a minimum. In fact, what I used to do, once upon a time, was I would build huge numbers of golems to just clear out the entire map, and certainly that's a viable option. More so now that he's changed the way that these essence collectors work. But for now, we'll just try to fortify the area that we've got. And then think about... actually, we should start thinking about... Oh, that's right. The next thing I need to think about is Waymaker Shack, because people are moving around my map way too slow. Alrighty, this is going well. Alright, just a few more here. Oh, new building. Let's see, 74. My rule of thumb for these buildings, and I'm actually going to build a large fire pit. No, I can't yet. I will build a large fire pit here simply because this big dark spot's beginning to bug me. There's no reason other than cosmetic to build a fire pit here. This area, as you can see by the lights, is thoroughly claimed, but it honestly bugs me. Okay, so these guys are almost done delivering. They're faster than Domino's, even though they're slower than what I'd like. So, let's upgrade a settlement. One really good thing about Ray adding those sounds is that their villagers make a sound when they're fighting somebody. And at this stage, they really shouldn't be fighting anyone hand-to-hand. So if they are, I need to go look and see what went wrong. What's going wrong here is that people are trying to grab stuff because I haven't built the attractor yet. Ancillary, let's see, how much do I have to destroy? Okay, just those 3. Did I measure correctly? Yes. Someone on the forums criticized me for not upgrading things fast, and I don't know, maybe I need to do that. In fact, a couple people suggested new ways for me to play this game, and in my future videos, I will in fact do it that way, just to see if that's better or worse. Okay, so aside from the small ancillary, like I said, I'm never sure which way it's supposed to go. What was... Oh, that's right. Need to build better defense. So I'm going to build a bow tower. So that I've got both piercing and crushing damage going on. And that's 2 buildings being built, so I will stop there. Which I'll give my crystal guy a hand here. let's see. If I were to put you here... Okay, you would go out to that line. I'm trying to measure, because I'm always trying to figure out how things should be better. Because an attract tower would have this much space. Right. Yeah, in about a month, when Ray has a new stable development release, I will be doing these videos again, and you will probably see a change in my playstyle, because it's changed several times already as I've discovered things. So let's get the attract tower down. And the lightning rod, which I don't want to actually touch any of my existing buildings. Okay. Ooh, nomads. Nomad calling. Ah, there you guys are. I did all of them? Yep, looks like I did. 4. Yeah. Alright. Did I miss anybody? Or are they just slow while coming in? Yeah, I do need to keep an eye over here on this side, because even though I've now got 2 towers up, neither of them are magical, so if it's a Spectre, I need to manually move the Spectre somewhere else. At least until I upgrade him a bit. There we go. Now I just need to recharge my magic. Okay. I don't have any spare storage for arrow bundles or rock tumblers yet, which is coming up. So I'll stop production there because that's plenty for what we've got up. Okay, good. Now, I keep promising that I'm going to build a Waymaker shack, and it's time to actually do that. And now that I have all the basics in place, the next bit is to slowly upgrade everyone to established. And I mean absolutely everything here on the map, except for the ancillaries, which are on their own upgrade schedule, will first be upgrade to regular, removing the makeshift category. Oh, remember what I said about specters on this side? Yep, it's a specter on this side now. Anyways, ancillaries are on their own upgrade schedule, but everyone that's makeshift becomes regular, and then everyone that becomes regular will become established. And I'm going to start with, oops, didn't mean to do that. With these two. And go from left to right. So these guys will be next, and I'll go like this until I've gotten all of my towers. Oh, and the left to right thing isn't arbitrary. It means that everyone's going to be going in about the same direction. Yep, and my first road is now being built. They're going to need wood because, unlike my builders who will happily harvest their own raw wood, my Waymakers are not capable of that. Okay, this is built. This is not, so I can upgrade one more. And everyone's happily building. Or unhappily building. I don't know how happy my villagers are. See if I can get some more mana up. Alright, I'm going to take a slight break from building, upgrading buildings to put down a couple of storage things. No. I'll instead align it with here. A couple of equipment storage. Because all of these tools here, like swords and stuff, all of that will be placed in ancillaries in here, and it eventually takes up a large amount of space. So I like to have special equipment storage bits so that they don't take up room in my ancillaries. Will still take up some space, of course. Because the way the storage UI currently works is they don't prioritize specialized storage yet, and instead try to put everything some places equally. So if I've got 4 possible places to put my swords, and I've got 100 swords, it'll try to put 20 in each. Or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how the algorithm works. Maybe Ray can tell me and I'll repeat it at a later video. The downside of this system is, for example, this is my lumber shack. It is completely empty of wood. This is my mining facility. It's completely empty of stone. It's because it's the last place they want to put it. They would rather put the stone, for example, in the cuttery and rock tumbler, and then when those are full, they put them in the ancillaries and stone storage places. And then when all of that's taken, they'll finally put it in the mining facility, or that's what it really feels like. I'm honestly not sure if I'm wrong or not. Okay, makeshift kitchen. Makeshift bottler. Upgrade both of you. And actually, while I'm at it, I'm going to upgrade you because I like to have enough headroom here. I can currently build 4 more buildings. I try to have more headroom than that. 6 to 10 is what I like to do. Because that way, if I have to, as an emergency, plop down, let's say, housing, I've got space. Early game, that's not always possible, which is why I have the build order that I've got. But it's something that does become increasingly important later on. Oh, and I just realized we're approaching winter, and I don't yet have my what's it called? Second established water purifier up, which is something I need to do. So as soon as one of these buildings is up, second water purifier. And digging the hole for the lake. Now, the reason for the water purifiers, there's no real good way to store water right now. No water towers or big cisterns or anything like that, with the exception of water purifiers, which do the job quite nicely. There isn't even a good way to store bottled water, say for, well, they'll fit in the equipment storage containers to a point. And I can put buckets in the really large storage. but there isn't a big cistern that I can store purified water in yet. So other than, just hold it in the lake, but the lake will freeze over in winter. So that's of somewhat limited value. Yeah. You do have to really consider water in the winter, because you can't get water out of rain either. It will instead snow. Even when it's below freezing, which is weird because in real life, when it goes below freezing, it can't snow anymore. It actually has to be slightly above freezing. Below freezing, you get sleet, if I remember the proper word for it. How are you guys doing? Okay, you guys are doing fine? Yay. Alright, I am going to stop this record here and immediately start the record for part 8. See you there.